Okay, so finally doing the dual tier list for Peggle 2, and yeah, it took a little while because I actually had to play Duel to see what one of the abilities actually did, but yeah, okay, let's order the characters. This is not it. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so first off, Yorn Unicorn, basically the same thing we said in the Peggle 1 duel video is going to apply. At least he can pop his ability early, but his ability is not going to give you that many points. It's not going to give you any extra points, actually, except for a couple long shots. Maybe you can reach a hard to reach peg, but he's just not going to help you clear an area, get points, hit oranges. And Yorn Super Guy, you're going to be at a massive disadvantage if you use Yorn in duel. Jeff is nice. He's fine. He's good. He's nothing really special. He can at least clear out an area. He can get a bunch of oranges that are like grouped together. He can aim for the purple, aim for another green if your opponent didn't steal it. So at least he can shoot kind of wherever he wants, aim for whatever peg he wants. So he can aim for specific orange or specific green or specific purple, which is nice in duel, being able to aim wherever area you want. So if you want to go for oranges or go for points or go for the green, you can do that with Jeff. So that's nice. So he's definitely a lot better than Yorn. Berg, I kind of go back and forth. Like, is he C? Is he B? I don't know. I go with B because I don't think you're at a massive disadvantage if you're Berg and the opponent is Jeff. So it's kind of whatever. Berg is fine, but he's definitely worse than Jeff in duel because he can't just target area. He's kind of limited to what map he is, where Jeff is less map dependent. But on the maps where Berg is really good, Jeff is not. So sometimes he can just completely take over the game and Jeff can't. Where Jeff is usually good on every map, but he's not amazing on any map. Where Berg is meh on most maps, but on some maps he's amazing. So it balances out, I guess. But Berg's power is fine because you can use it early, you can use it late. Norman is still overpowered even in the duel because his ability, it just gets you so many points, hit so many oranges, even the purples. I mean, you can pretty much do whatever you want with Norman's ability. It only lasts for one turn. Oh, yeah, another reason why Berg is close to Jeff because at least his deep freeze last two turns, just Boulder is one. But like in a peg party or like a normal game, like two boulders is better than 4 turns of deep freeze. But like I think two turns of deep freeze is close to 1 turn of boulder. It's closer than 4 deep freezes to 2 boulders. That's just my opinion. So even though Norman's Uber only lasts 1 turn, you only need 1 turn of it. You don't even really need the other Uber You're probably gonna get about 50, 60k with just one. Um, Very overpowered in the early game. Even in the late game, if you hit a purple with it, you're gonna chain a shitload of pegs, probably get 100k. So even in the late game, it's even better, which is crazy, but yeah, he's gonna hit a ton of oranges without you even having to try. He's gonna hit probably the purple, and if there's other green on, and if there's still the other green on the board, your opponent didn't take it, then it's probably gonna be yours because you can chain so many pecks together. Luna is not the greatest in the duel because you want to use Luna's power in the late game where the blues have a lot of value, and you don't want to use it early because at that point you're really just hitting random oranges and you're not getting a lot of points, but at least with Luna, she can get a hard to reach orange or she can steal the green like easily. If the other person didn't take the green on their turn, she can use her power to take the other green very easily because she has a direct shot to it. She has no blues blocking her path. But of course, with Luna, there is no purple peg, so if you do get it early, you're not going to be able to use the purple peg. But at least you won't get score uh, disqualification because you'll always hit an orange with Luna's power. So I guess there's that, but yeah, Lotus Power is best used in the late game. In Duel, you kind of have to take the green whenever you get a chance because you don't want to let your opponent take it. So it's not like you can just wait till the end of the game to use Luna's Power when the multiplier is high. It's just not going to happen. So yeah, that's why Luna's not the greatest in Duel. Wendy, I think, is A in Duel because her power, she spawns the 4 purples, and there really is no like counter to it. You can't like destroy a part of the board. Uh, because she spawns 4 purples on 4 random blues. Even if you destroy those blues, those purples respawn on other pegs. And plus, her fairy flock isn't like next 2 turns or next 3 turns or next turn or this turn. It's for the entire game basically that she's gonna have those purples. So she might get a turn where she hits 2 purples and then 1 purple and then another purple. So her fairy flock is going to be active throughout the entire game. And if she gets both greens, then she probably just wins instantly because she's gonna have so many purples on the board and you're not gonna have your power. But The only thing that does suck about Wendy is that she can't really target an area. She doesn't have any like way to clear pegs like Norman or Berg or Jeff. But you know, Jimmy and Luna can't clear pegs either. So you just take the good with the bad, I guess. But like, I just think her power is really good in Duel because it lasts pretty much the entire game. And in Duel, you're always going to get the multiplier up quick, so your purples are going to be worth even more. So, as long as you're not going against Norman, I think Wendy has a good chance against pretty much everybody. So, and then last we got Jimmy, who I think is better than Berg, but probably worse than Jeff. His multi ball, it's just very map dependent peg placement. Like if the peg's at the bottom of the map, you're not gonna get a lot, but the green peg's at the top, you're gonna get a lot. And Jimmy, you can hit his you can hit his multi ball early. Unlike Peggle 1, his multi ball at least has a little more value if you hit in the late game because he spawns 3, so at least you can get like a free ball frenzy, or maybe you'll hit hard to reach orange, or maybe you'll hit purple with one of them. It's just more possibilities than getting 3 instead of just 2. But Jimmy's not terrible because you can hit his peg pretty much any time, and it's not going to be bad. Certain maps are bad, certain maps he can dominate. That's just how a lot of the characters are in this game. They're very map dependent, except probably Norman. But yeah, that's the dual tier list. Unfortunately, Norman still dominates the game. He is insanely broken, and he is, in my opinion, he has the best power in the first 2 games by far. The only one that's probably close is maybe the Electro Bolt, but even that I think is very weak compared to Uber Volt. So yeah.